course, the guitar was great, but there was one section I can't remember how far in where like simultaneously the guitar and the keyboards came in, and it was that old keyboard sound you heard, like Deep Purple used to do it.
Yeah.
They'll have that kind of sound.
Yeah.
I don't know what you would call it, but it's like an organ thing, but I really don't know what it's called. I don't know
I
if you know
it
what.
it sounded like the organ. It sounded like an organ
Yeah, but
sound.
it was certain sound with the organ, that anyway.
Yeah, he had some sort of effect on that thing. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And if you love like a man, you have to know what to do with the organ. But sorry, man, couldn't help myself.
Thank God I'm ticking off not for kids when I upload this to YouTube.
I saw you did that, and I was like, wait a second, we're kind of innocent
This
here.
one may require me to do extra because it has that link saying you have to do more. I'm like, no, maybe this time, yeah.
Hey, welcome back to Into the Music. I'm Chris. I'm here with Greg, and Greg's got something for me to react to. So what you got for me, Greg?
I do. So earlier, as we started out this channel, we did One of These Days by 10 Years After, and I had identified that band as one that over the last several months really getting into.
Yeah, a band that I hardly know much of.
Except for Alvin Lee, right? The guitarist,
Yeah, and even that I only know. I only knew one song, two songs.
Yeah.
Before, and plus this other one that we did, One of These Days.
But there's a whole band, around him. And if I recall correctly, you really enjoyed the song. It was a whole band effort and like that. So yeah. So this is the next one. And I mean, there's a list of songs that, I could pick this one or that one. I'm going to go with this one. And I remember you saying that while you liked it, you were waiting for like that Alvin Lee guitar kind of stuff, So I'm like, what the heck? So I think this song gives you that. Plus, this song will also.
Don't give me too many spoilers, though.
No, I know. I'm so excited.
No, that's okay.
I'm so excited. And the band too. So that said, it's Love Like a Man. Okay.
I tried to.
Right.
Was this a how-to book? Song? Is it?
No, actually, I'm telling you, before I give you the song name, I'm actually telling you Love Like a Man.
You've heard complaints from me.
I'm giving you some advice, yeah. Because why are you sitting alone on Wednesday night doing these things?
Because it's a Wednesday night during a pandemic, I mean,
yeah, what the hell?
It's kind of like, even if you're it's a great time for introverts. Not that I'm one, but.
All right.
So anyway, okay.
I just raised the bar with, again, I always do that. So go and check it out. Come on back, and hopefully the bar was, you got there.
Okay. We'll find out. That's a catchy riff. That's a good one. Man, that bass is kicking it. All right, I'm gonna go back a few seconds here. That was cool. Man, I got into a jam, huh? Wow. That started off well with that catchy riff they were doing, but I really didn't know where it was going. And wow, I was pleasantly surprised. They really started kicking ass on that one. Yeah, this was really good, and it's like you were alluding to earlier about
You
there's
caught me
another
too.
song that I liked,
Yeah.
but I was waiting for that thing to kick in, and this
Right.
one did it.
Yeah.
Um, and that riff in the beginning,
Yeah.
that was really catchy, man. That
Dun,
definitely
dun,
drew
dun,
me in.
dun, dun, dun,
And
dun, dun, dun. Yeah.
I like I mentioned this on a another, I forgot the song, but another reaction we did recently. Well, I like peaks and valleys. I can't say that's a overall rule for me, but certain songs I need the peaks and valleys. A long song I do,
The
but the
Led
song's
Zeppelin
like over
song we
five
just did.
minutes.
The Led Zeppelin one. The
Yes,
Achilles'
Achilles'
Last
Last Stand.
Stand. I was
Yeah,
gonna say Last Heel.
I
Last
think
Stand.
I think I think when a song is over a certain length of time, I need that
You
kind of,
need that. Right. That
and
makes sense.
that's
Yeah.
just a personal thing. But this one, of course, the guitar was great, but there was one section I can't remember how far in where, like, simultaneously the guitar and the keyboards came in, and it was that old keyboard sound you heard, like Deep Purple used to do it.
Yeah.
They'll have that kind of sound.
Yeah.
I don't know what you would call it, but it's like an organ thing, but I really don't know what it's called. I don't know
I
if you know
it
what.
it sounded like the organ. It sounded like an organ
Yeah,
sound.
but it was certain sound with the organ, that anyway.
Yeah, he
Uh,
had some sort of effect on that thing. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And if you love like a man, you have to know what to do with the organ. But sorry, man, couldn't help myself.
Thank God I'm ticking off not for kids when I upload this to YouTube.
I saw you did that, and I was like, wait a second, we're kind of innocent
This
here. Now
one
we're
may
cursing.
require me to do extra because it has that link saying you have to do
Yeah,
more. I'm like, no,
yeah.
maybe this time, yeah. But anyway,
But
keep it clean.
it really yeah, and the bass at certain points was really kicking it, man. But
Yeah,
just saying that, everything was the
yeah,
drumming. This is a tight band, and I'm really glad this stuff is new to me.
yeah. That
So
that's how I felt too. I mean, it was only like
yeah,
several months ago, like early as COVID was kind of hitting, and it's like,
yeah,
shutting TV off and news and
yeah,
politics and all that shit, and really dived into music. And it was this band that was one of them. And
yeah,
I just, as I was discovering that song and that song and that song, I was like for the first time, how great
yeah,
is that? Been around for all
right,
these years, part you want to kick yourself and like, you know, that's a waste of time. That's boring. Let's just get into it, enjoy it, and just, it's like, just it's open up this gift. And
yeah,
I just this song, it's similar to that first song, one of these days, where
mhm,
he had some lyrics, right? He threw some lyrics in there, kind of sets
yeah.
things up, and then they like, let's go for the jam. And the band just kicked in because I remember just the band went nuts on that first
I
song.
said I said that on the reaction to this. That man, they're
Yeah,
just jamming.
and then they just jammed. They just jammed again, and when they started to go into that, I guess it's like an instrumental bridge. I guess that's what you really call
Yeah,
that, right?
right.
It's pretty epic, right?
Yeah.
But it starts off, you're not sure if it's gonna be epic. It starts off with
Mhm.
I think the keyboards or that organ sound kind of really kind of almost like set the flag or whatever, like threw up the flare saying, something's coming. And then they just, and then it's just, and then the drum
Yeah.
and
And then it slows down again, quiets down, and then that riff comes in again, that catchy riff.
yeah,
So
right.
that's
It
that's
kind
the
of,
peaks and valleys
they
and stuff
circled
that,
right
that I
back to what
like.
started.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, which is really
yeah. This
nice.
was great. This was great. I
Yeah,
would throw this on my personal playlist.
yeah.
One
So
of the many playlists I have.
so so here's the band members, right? So we know it's Alvin Lee, right? Singer, guitarist.
Right,
Um, Chick Churchill, who's the keyboardist. He's the keys guy, the organ.
right.
Rick Lee, the drummer, and Leo Lyons, the bass. And
Okay.
Leo's bass playing is just amazing. And I think the next song I'm going to give you, um, and again, the whole band, and Chick and Rick, but Leo is, his bass playing is freaking amazing. And if you ever get a chance, I guess after we kind of do some songs here, in case you're going to listen to something I'm going to give you, but check out some of his live stuff, and maybe one of the next songs I'll give you, down the line, will be a live version, because you could see them all in action. And Leo's playing is kind of unique. He's kind of like hunched a little bit, and he's just slapping that bass. He's going crazy. So it's a really tight band. And Love Like a Man was actually released in 1970 on the album Cricklewood Green, and it's the only hit single for the band in the United Kingdom. And it's a shortened version, my understanding. I think they probably took out like the whole...
No, this was the long one. I was reading the liner notes. The video shows the liner notes.
Okay.
So it was saying how they had, there was a argument over, they released like a 3-minute and something single.
Right, the single.
Right, but this is the long one.
Right. So I gave you the long one, but the short one was the one that actually hit the airwaves in the United Kingdom, and that's the one. That's what I was saying.
Stuff. The guitar solo, right?
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah,
well, it's a single, so you want to get radio play. That's a long song for
it. Right. But I do wonder, like, how much of the guitar they left in that, because you would think that they should have, because it did reach actually as high as number 10 in August 1970 in the UK and up to 198 in the US. But yeah, that album version is the way to go. I would I wouldn't even sniff that single. Just let it go and die. Check out the album version. What?
You wouldn't even sniff it.
I wouldn't even sniff.
I don't even know what that means. It's interesting though. I'm thinking now, they may have had to cut it down just because of space. I mean, you're talking about a record. You're talking about a 45 single record. If I recall correctly, American Pie, which I don't remember how long that was, 8 minutes or something. I think it was on 2 sides. An A side and a B side.
So what about Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven? I wonder what they did with that.
I don't know.
I'm sure they released that as a single too.
I'm guessing. I mean, I'm really speculating here. It just came into my mind now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
And
this is good, man.
Just one last thing too, and we could talk more about the band as we go from song to song. But you did mention Deep Purple, and they again this and band,
that's another band I don't know a lot of their stuff.
Right. And this band, and good. Because actually, I don't know a lot about. I don't know, and my son loves them, so maybe our son can actually guide us along the way.
He should be doing the show.
But there's some of the notes I was looking at too, like Deep Purple and Cream and early Fleetwood Mac. They were the bands that sort of came along at the same time as 10 years after, that sort of British blues revival. In the late '60s, early '70s, and all like that. So I don't think you and I can go wrong if we can get into songs from all those bands I just mentioned, Cream, we kind of know Cream, but there's gotta be
that'd be tough finding.
That's gonna be
we
tough.
Can find some rare stuff or rare live recordings or something, which I'm
looking for a needle in a haystack. Yeah.
Well, like we did Stepping Out.
Yeah.
Which I highly recommend to any of our viewers who haven't seen that one. We did one on Cream song called Stepping Out.
Yeah.
And it just blows you away, man.
Yeah. And if you don't want to watch the reaction, I would recommend just go into the liner notes, whatever, and just click on the video and just you could bypass us. Just listen to the song. The song is so good. It really is. But yeah, cool. All right. I'm so glad you like this. And I'm going to lead it out. You're going to lead it out. Who's going to say goodbye?
I just say see you all usually.
And I'm going to say thank you so much for showing up and watching this video. And if you liked it, hit the like button and please subscribe if you haven't already, and see you on the next episode of Into the Music.
See y'all.